Hey guys, welcome to Easy Programming, an initiative for a common man to learn programming. This is the lecture number 5 for the series of C language tutorials. In the previous lecture, we have learned if-else statement, if-else-if statement, conditional operators, demonstration of conditional statement and operators in a comprehensive way. In this contents, we will learn loop, for loop, while loop, do while loop, and demonstration of loops. Okay, what is loop? Loop means repetition. Repetition, when you want to repeat something, loop is used. Loop in programming. In programming, loop is used when you want to execute some statements in a sequence and in repetition. You specify your statements in the body of the loop and the loop executes multiple times. And while loop is used, as I told you that loop is used for repetition. And what are the type of the loops? For loop, while loop, do while loop. For loop. What is for loop? When it is used, how to use for loop, syntax for for loop, and use for loop. Let's see in the compiler. Here is the compiler. This is the syntax of the for loop. These numbers 1, 2, 4 and 3, these are not the part of the syntax, they are just for the understanding. So here we start. For is a reserved word, it is a keyword predefined, and this is the header of the for loop. This is the header, blue one. This is the header, and the header contains 3 statements. There are 3 parts of the header. First is the initialization, second is the condition, third is the increment and decrement, and this is the statements. Initialization. What is initialization? Initialization, as I told you, that we initialize or we declare our counter variable. Here is the condition on which we check whether to run the statement or not. This is the increment or decrement statement. It increments or decrements the counter, and this is the statement. Okay, the flow of the for loop is like this. First of all, this statement is executed. This statement is executed only once in the loop, only once. Rest of the loop is checked time by time. When this is initialized, it checks the condition. If it is true, then the condition, after checking the condition, the control comes to the third, this is third, statements. This statement is executed, and then the fourth one, counter variable, is updated, and then again 2, condition is checked. If it is true, statement is executed, then increment or decrement, then again condition, again statement, and again the increment decrement. I show you from the code. This is the code. These are the header files. This is the function main. This is the counter variable declaration. Let them know about the compiler that counter is a variable that will be used in the program. So for is the your for is a keyword counter. Here is the initialization counter. This is the condition. This is the increment decrement operator. The plus plus means that unit increment, single increment. This is a statement we want to execute in repetition. So first of all, this is 1, this is 2, this is 4 and this is 3. So this is counter value is 1. Check the condition, 1 is less than equal to 10. This is true. If it is true, then it will print the value of the counter. Again, increment the counter by 1. Now the counter value is 2. 2, check the condition, 2 is less than 10. Yes, correct. Print 2. Now 3. Now 3 is less than 10. True. This is so. This is the repetition. In the last repetition, when the counter is 10, here the counter will be 11. 11 is less than equal to 10. It is false. The loop is skipped and the control transfer outside the loop. This is get checked and this is returned. Now first of all, compile this. Yes, it is done. Now run. Yeah, this is the output of this program. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So this is the output. It prints the counter value. If you want to print the value 1 to 10 without loop, you have to specify 10 printf statements, and it is a bit time consuming task. And if you want to print 10,000 statements, then you will not able to write down 10,000 printf statements. So loop is used for time saving and for the convenience of the programmer. So this is the output of the program. So let's see. This is the while loop. What is while loop? Why it is used? How to use the while loop syntax and the use of the while loop. So let's see the compiler. This is the syntax of the while loop. Initialization is done before the loop. In for loop, initialization is done in the loop header, but in the while loop, before the loop header. This is the while keyword, like for. This is while. This is the condition which is to be checked time by time, and this is the statement and the increment decrement statement we want to run in the loop. So what is the control? Here the compiler will initialize the variable of the counter, and here the condition will be checked. If this condition is true, then these statements will be executed, otherwise the loop will be skipped. Then this is statement, this is increment decrement, this is the condition. So it will run in the this step 1, and this is 2, this is 3, this is also 3, then again 2 2 3 2 3 2 3. So here is the flow of the program. So this is the, now I show you the code. These are the header files, this is the main function, this is the initialization of the counter variable, this is the declaration, and this is the initialization. Counter is equal to 1. Here is the keyword while. Here is this is the condition, counter is less than equal to 10, and this is the statement, and this is the increment or decrement state. The program will execute like this. Counter will be 1, the condition will be checked, either 1 is less than equal to 10 or not. If it is true, then this statement will be executed, and if it is wrong, the loop will be skipped. So check 1 is less than equal to 10, true, print the value of the counter, that is 1, and increment it by 1, that is 2. 2 is less than equal to 10. If it is true, then print these statements, and it will continue like this. And in the last repetition, 10 is less than equal to 10, it is true, and it will be executed. Then the counter variable will change the value by 1. Now the counter will be 11. 11 is less than equal to 10, that is a wrong statement, so this condition will be false, and the loop will skip. And then this is the, so it will do the same thing like the for loop do. So execute, compile, this is status done without zero error. So this is the same output of the while.exe. It displays the same output. So in the next we'll see the do while loop. What is a do while loop, when it is used, and how to use the do while loop, syntax of the do while loop, and the use of do while loop. So do while loop is also used for the repetitions, and it is also used in the C language. So I show you the syntax of this loop. So here is the initialization like the while variable, and this is the keyword do. It is mandatory. Do is the keyword, it is a reserved word that is predefined, and this is the body of the loop. Here we use the while with the condition. While is also the keyword here. So initialization is this, and do statements, and increment, decrement, and while condition. So what is the flow? First of all, initialization will be done, and the control will transfer in the do. The statement will run, and after this the condition will be checked. What is the difference between the do while and the for loop? This is noticeable that if the condition is, if this is the counter variable with the value 11, in start is 11, and 11 is less than 10, the loop will be skipped. This statement will not run even single time. In while loop, if the counter is 11, the condition will be checked first. It is false, this statement will not run even single time. But in do while loop, if the condition is false, these statement will be run at least one time. At least one time the code will be executed even if the condition is wrong, because in for and while loop the condition is checked first, but in do while loop the condition is checked at last. So if it is 11, it will be run single time. So here is the difference. So I show you the output of the do while loop. So the same output, 1 to 10. So I show you that the same code is with for loop, while loop, and do while loop. So thrice of them show that output is same, but the method and the syntax is different. So this is the loop. Now demonstration of for while and do while loop. So here is the demonstration. I show you again that look at the output. Output is 1 to 10. This is the output of for loop. Now see the while loop. The output of while loop is this, the same output. loop gives the same output as well. So you can do the same task with three methods. So what will be the in the next lecture? The next lecture will cover the labels, go to statements, switch statements, and pointers. Pointer is very important thing. So the next lecture will be important. So post comment, like us, subscribe us, give the feedbacks. Thank you for your patience and thank you for your watching.